So this morning we are absolutely going crazy for guavas in the Expresso kitchen, and we're exploring all things, well, guava of course, but more specifically tinned guavas. Now, did you know that a single guava contains 4 times the amount of vitamin C than an orange? And guavas are in season when it comes to spring and summer, but luckily, thanks to KOO, we can enjoy them all year round. And this morning, Moira is here to share some of her favorite ways to enjoy guavas. Moira, lovely to have you. Man, what a spread.
We have a huge spread here, yes.
Hey? So you're going to be sharing some of your favorite ways to incorporate guavas into recipes.
I am, and I grew up a lot with guavas, so we used to have it just with cream or ideal milk or ice cream.
So this is one option,
So there's one option, and then we've got a lovely fridge tart, which is very simple. It's just roll the guavas and a lovely cream, condensed milk type cream topping.
That looks amazing
and
as well.
with some peanut brittle. But the recipe I wanted to really share with you is a guava cake, and it's a chai guava. There's not many flavors that go well with guava, but you'll find like white chocolate and chai flavored, which is like your cardamoms and your ground ginger, works really well.
Okay,
so let's get into it, because
this is a chai guava cake. I love it. All right.
All right. So what we're going to do here, if you want to come across, we've got some eggs in our pan.
All right.
We're going to add in some caster sugar.
Brilliant.
Okay. And let's add in our lemon rind and our cream. We can do it separately, but I just find that this way I get a lot more flavour deliverance. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put it on and we're going to whip it up till it's light and airy.
All right. Okay. So the butter we don't do just yet.
We first do the eggs.
Okay.
All right. And just to incorporate some of the eggs with the sugar.
Yeah.
And that helps the sugar to melt. So we want to just get a little bit of aeration into it. So I'm going to put it on a little bit higher.
You go for it. You go for it.
So this recipe is you're going to make like a cake batter with the spices in, the chai spices.
Okay.
And then we're going to put it into a cake tin, top it with guava and bake.
I love it.
And then we're going to put a nutty topping on halfway through the process. It's going to be done.
All right. Well, in the meanwhile, if you want to get your hands on our chai guava cake that we're busy making at the moment, you can just SMS the keyword KOO to 33728. Chef Moira sharing some of her favorite ways to enjoy guavas. She showed us this fridge tart a little bit earlier on as well. If you want the recipe for that, you can just log on to our website, expressoshow.com.
All right, so I've added in our seasoning now, our spices, which is your ground cardamom, ground ginger, and your chai spices to come through.
All right.
Okay, I'm adding in the self-raising flour. And then you'll see I'm putting it back down because I want to add the butter, but you don't add the butter now because it's cold and it'll start clumping. Okay. So you put it on slowly so you don't get flour everywhere. And as it's mixing, you slowly add in your butter.
Okay. There we go. You can do this by hand, but it's going to be rather labour-intensive.
You know what? It's not so labour-intensive.
Really?
Yeah, you just get a whisk. Make sure you got a whisk.
Okay.
A guy with a strong hand like you.
En jy staan en klits maar net lekker. Jy staan en klits. Okay.
It's lovely.
Hey.
This is really a decadent dish. And can you smell the cardamom coming out?
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's put it over there. All right. And you'll see there's a little bit more flour that's around, so you just bring it together again. Don't stir it.
So you want to keep the air what's in there inside.
The air. All right.
Okay.
You can add your white chocolate in if you want to, but I'm going to keep it separately.
Okay.
And we put the batter in first.
All right, and if you just lined it with some
I've just lined it with some baking paper. If you wanted to serve it as a tart, you can serve it in an oven dish.
Perfect.
Container.
Just, make sure you get every last drop out of there, man.
All right, and then you get the white chocolate.
All right.
All right, I'm going to take the KOO Guavas, and I've chopped them, and we're going to just put them on the top.
All right, so this just goes on there.
Correct.
Can I just sprinkle it on?
Yes, you can.
Yes, decadent indeed. Look at that. All of it. I think
you can use all of it.
I think we should use all of this white chocolate. Don't be shy. All right.
All right, and I'm just going to use my hands for the guavas, and we're going to just sprinkle it on the top. And you can have as much fruit, and you can try all the different other fruits as well.
Yeah.
But I find the guava works really well with these chai flavours.
That's it.
All right, and then it's going to go into the oven, 180 for 40 minutes. But halfway through, you're going to take it out, and then you're going to put a nut topping on.
Okay, so the nut topping, how do we get to that?
All right, so let's just show the viewers how to make the topping. Okay. We've got some almonds, if you can help me here.
All right.
We're going to add in some chai seasoning.
All right, once again.
All right. You're going to add in your other nuts, pecan nuts. You can use any nuts that you prefer. I like almonds and pecan nuts or macadamia nuts. Works well.
Oh, that chai
you want it
smells
chunky.
Nice.
And then you put in a bit of caster sugar,
a
little bit of cream, and then you would put honey. You put honey in.
Okay.
Okay. And then lastly, we'll add melted butter. All right. You Want to get the honey out
Brilliant.
there.
I'll get it out there for you.
All right.
All right, let's see if we can get it. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
So just a dash of honey. Okay.
Oh, it's delicious. And then lastly,
nice.
while I add it, then you stir so it also, again, doesn't go hard.
All right, go for it.
All right.
Look at this.
There we are.
Teamwork.
And that you would make just before you taking the cake out the oven. You'd put it over the cake, and then you put it back into the oven to finish it. I think it's about 10 minutes.
Easy as that. All right. Well, you know what? If you want to get your hands on the recipe, this is absolutely delicious, using guavas in the most interesting way. Chef Moira sharing her favorite ways with us. SMS the keyword KOO to 33728 if you want to get your hands on the recipe for our chai and guava cake. And if you would like to get the recipe for the fridge tart that Moira spoke about as well, you can log on to our website. That'll be there at www.expressoshow.com. But here's one last look at how we made this mouthwatering guava cake.
For the cake, cream eggs and sugar together. Mix in the lemon rind, butter, cream, spices, flour and white chocolate chips. Pour into cake tin and top with KOO Guavas. Bake for 40 minutes. For the topping, mix flaked almonds, pecan nuts, butter, caster sugar, cream, spices and honey. For the tart, lay a Swiss roll into a dish. Top with KOO Guavas and pour the syrup over. Mix condensed milk, vanilla essence, lemon zest and lemon juice. Fold in the whipped cream, then spoon over the guavas. Top with the peanut brittle. For the full recipe, visit the Expresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to expressoshow.com. SMS the keyword KOO to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe. SMSs cost R1.50, no free SMSs, T's and C's apply.
I'm sure you would agree that looks mouth-watering. SMS the keyword KOO to 33728 and you could be making this by yourself at home, a delicious, delicious dessert using guavas. So you just finished off it with some
extra tin guavas and then just a sprinkling of the icing sugar, and then served with ice cream or cream if you want to, or just as is.
Moira, thank you so much for sharing some of your favorite recipes. Once again, the keyword for our chai and guava tart here this morning, SMS the keyword KOO to 33728. And if you want to get your hands on the recipe for the fridge tart that looks just as mouth-watering, you can log on to our website, expressoshow.com. But if you love guavas as much as Moira does, I'm sure that you've got plenty of recipes to share. Why not email some of them to us at food@expressoshow.com, and Moira might just be chatting about your guava recipe live on air.
Only the best cooks serve KOO because they know it's carefully grown and made with meticulous attention. So when you serve KOO, you can trust you're serving only the best.